Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Unleashed. I am Lucas, and I am here with my wonderful co-host, Abigail.
Hi, Lucas, and hi to all our students listening at home, in the car, or maybe at the gym. I am so happy to be back. This is part 3 of our special series, the 50 Daily Routine Sentences.
That's right. In the first 2 videos, we talked about the morning. We talked about waking up, getting dressed, and eating breakfast. Now, the morning at home is finished. We are outside.
Yes, we are ready to go to work or to school. This part of the day is very busy. There are many people, many cars, and many things to do.
But before we start, we have a very important mission for you. If you are learning with us, please subscribe to the channel. We want to reach more students around the world.
And please hit the like button. It is a small click for you, but it is a giant help for Lucas and me. We spend many hours creating these lessons for you. Also, leave a comment. We love to read your stories.
Okay, Abigail, let's start with the journey to work. The street is busy. I have my keys in my hand. What do I do?
Well, Lucas, I know you love your car, so the first sentence for today is, I drive to work. Sentence 21.
That is correct. Every morning, I go to my garage, I open the door of my car, and I drive to work. My car is small, it is red, and it is very comfortable. Abigail, do you like driving?
I think driving is okay, but I don't like traffic. When you drive to work, is there a lot of traffic in your city?
Oh, yes. There are many cars. Sometimes the traffic is very slow. But when I drive to work, I am not bored. Do you know why? Because I listen to music or I listen to podcasts, just like this one.
That is a great idea. Listening to English while you drive to work is a perfect way to practice. You are in the car, you are looking at the road, and you are learning.
Exactly. I focus on the road, but my ears are working. I drive to work for about 30 minutes. It is my private time. I think about my life and I plan my day. Does your family drive to work too, Abigail?
My brother drives to work. He has a big blue truck. He loves to drive to work because he works in a different city. But for me, I prefer a different way to travel.
I know. You are the queen of public transportation. So your sentence is, I take the bus. Sentence 22.
Yes, I take the bus every morning. I walk to the bus stop, I wait for 5 minutes, and then the big yellow bus arrives. I take the bus because it is better for the planet, and I don't have to worry about parking.
Is the bus usually full?
Sometimes it is very crowded. Many people take the bus at 8 a.m., but I usually find a seat near the window. When I take the bus, I look at the trees, the houses, and the people walking on the street. It is very relaxing.
I think that is the best part of public transport. When I drive to work, I have to look at the other cars. But when you take the bus, you can relax your eyes.
Exactly. Sometimes I even close my eyes for a few minutes, or I check my phone. I see many students who take the bus and study their English notes. It is a very productive time.
So friends, which one is your routine? Do you say I drive to work, or do you say I take the bus? Maybe you walk. But for Abigail and me, these are the 2 most common ways to travel. Okay, so the journey is finished. The car is parked, or the bus stop is behind us. Now the clock says 8:30 a.m. or 9 a.m. I arrive at work. Sentence 23. This is the big transition. I arrive at work and I see the big office building. I walk through the front door and I see the security guard. I say, good morning.
When I arrive at work, I always feel a bit of energy. It is the start of the professional day. I arrive at work, I take the elevator, and go to the 4th floor.
I work as an art director, so when I arrive at work, I go to my creative studio. It is full of posters, colors, and big screens. I love the feeling when I arrive at work, because I like my job.
That is very important. If you like your job, it is a happy moment when you arrive at work. But some people arrive late. Lucas, are you ever late?
Sometimes, if the traffic is very bad when I drive to work, then I arrive at work 10 minutes late. But I try to be punctual. Punctuality is important in a routine.
I agree. I always try to arrive at work 5 minutes early. I like to have time to say hello to my friends before the real work begins.
Okay, I am at my desk. I put my bag on the chair. Now I need my most important tool. I start my computer.
In the modern world, almost everyone needs a computer. When I start my computer, I hear the small sound of the fan, whir, and then the screen becomes bright.
My computer is very fast because I work with video and design, So when I start my computer, the logo appears quickly. I have two big monitors. It is a lot of light in the morning.
2 monitors? Wow. When I start my computer, I only have one small screen, but it is enough for me. While I start my computer, I sometimes think, what is my first task for today?
That is a good habit. You need to protect your eyes. Friends, think about your routine. Do you work in an office? Do you work at home? Most of the time, the first professional action is, I start my computer.
Yes, and then we have to wait for the system to load. While I start my computer, I sometimes think, what is my first task for today?
And usually, the first task is the same for everyone. The computer is ready, the internet is connected, and then I check my emails.
Oh no, the inbox. This is sometimes a bit stressful. When I check my emails, I see many messages. Some are from my boss, some are from clients, and some are just advertisements.
I know. Every morning when I check my emails, I have about 50 new messages. I have to read them carefully. I check my emails to see if there are any problems with my video projects.
Do you answer all of them immediately, Lucas?
No, that is impossible. First, I check my emails to see what is urgent. Then I answer the important ones. The other ones can wait.
That is very organized. I do the same. I check my emails for 30 minutes. It is a slow process. I drink a little bit of coffee while I check my emails. It makes the task more pleasant.
Coffee always helps. So remember this sequence. You arrive, you start the computer, and then I check my emails. It is the digital start of the day.
But work is not only about computers. It is also about people. And usually at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., the calendar says, I have a meeting. Sentence 26.
Meetings. I have many meetings. Sometimes I have a meeting in the conference room with my whole team. We sit around a big table and we talk about new ideas.
Do you have online meetings too?
Yes, sometimes I have a meeting on Zoom or Google Meet. I see my colleagues on the screen. It is very common now. Abigail, do you like meetings?
To be honest, Lucas, sometimes they are a bit boring. When I have a meeting that is very long, I start to feel sleepy. But some meetings are great because we solve problems together.
I agree. A good meeting is a productive meeting. When I have a meeting with a client, I have to be very professional. I show my designs and I listen to their opinions.
So in your daily routine, do you have one meeting or many meetings? Some people say, today is a busy day because I have a meeting every hour.
That sounds like a nightmare. I prefer to have only one or two, but it is a part of the job. I have a meeting, I take notes, and then I go back to my desk.
And this is the most important part. After the meetings are finished, it is time for the real work. I work on my projects. Sentence 27.
This is my favorite part of the day. As an art director, when I work on my projects, I am very creative. I edit videos, I choose colors, and I create animations. I lose track of time when I work on my projects.
That is called the flow, when you are so focused that you forget the world. I also love when I work on my projects. I write articles and I prepare lessons for our students.
It requires a lot of concentration. When I work on my projects, I don't check my phone, I don't look at social media, I just focus on the screen.
Me too. I put my phone in Do Not Disturb mode. I work on my projects for 2 or 3 hours. It is the time when I am most productive.
Friends, think about your work. What are your projects? Are you a student? Then your project is your homework. Are you an architect? Then you work on your drawings. Whatever your job is, you can say, I work on my projects.
But wait, Lucas, we are not robots. We cannot work for 5 hours without stopping. Our brains get tired. So, what do? I take a break. Sentence 28.
That is very important for your health. Around 11:30 a.m., I take a break. I stand up, I stretch my back, and I walk away from the computer.
I love taking a break. Sometimes I take a break and I go to the balcony to see the sun. It is good for the eyes to look at something that is not a screen.
Exactly. When I take a break, I don't think about work. I think about something happy. Maybe I think about my dog or my dinner. How long is your break, Abigail?
Usually I take a break for 15 minutes. It is a short time, but it is enough to recharge my batteries. If I don't take a break, I get a headache.
Me too. My eyes start to hurt. So remember, focus is good, but you must say, I take a break. It makes you more productive in the end.
And while you are on your break, you should do something very healthy. I drink some water. Sentence 29.
Oh, I am very bad at this. I always forget. Abigail, you are much better than me.
Yes, I am. I have a big glass bottle on my desk. Every hour, I drink some water. It is very important for your brain and your skin.
I know. When you told me, Lucas, you look tired, I realized I didn't drink any water all day. So now I try. Every morning, I drink some water during my break.
Good. Water is like fuel for the body. Some people like to drink some water with lemon or ice. I just like it plain and fresh.
In the office, we have a water cooler. People go there to drink some water and also to talk a little bit. It is the water cooler conversation.
That's true. It is a social moment. Hey, Lucas, are you drinking water?
Yes, Abigail, I drink some water every day now. And finally, the moment we are all waiting for. The clock says 1 p.m. It is the best time of the day. I have lunch.
Sentence 30. Yes, hunger is here. I have lunch at 1 p.m. exactly. I am like a clock. My stomach knows the time.
Where do you usually go to have lunch? Do you bring a lunchbox?
Sometimes I bring a lunchbox with rice and beans. Other times I have lunch at a small restaurant near my office. They have great salads and pasta.
I usually go to the cafeteria with my friends. I have lunch and we laugh and talk. Today, I have lunch and I eat a big slice of pizza. I know, it is not very healthy, but it is delicious.
Pizza for lunch. Oh, Lucas. Well, it is okay sometimes. When I have lunch, I feel the energy coming back to my body. It is a time to rest and enjoy the food.
Exactly. After I have lunch, I feel ready for the afternoon. But for now, we are at sentence number 30. We have finished our work block.
Wow, that was a lot of talking, Lucas. We covered 10 very important sentences for the professional day.
Yes, we did. Let's review them one more time, very slowly. Friends, listen to the words and imagine the scene in your head.
21. I drive to work. 22. I take the bus. 23. I arrive at work. 24. I start my computer.
26. I have a meeting. 27. I work on my projects. 28. I take a break. 29. I drink some water. 30. I have lunch.
Excellent. You are now 60% finished with our 50 sentences. You are doing an amazing job. Learning English is a journey, and you are moving forward.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and like the video if this was helpful for you.
And don't forget the challenge. Write a comment using one of these sentences. For example, I have lunch at 12:30. We want to see your sentences.
Part 4 is coming soon. We will talk about the afternoon, finishing work, and going back home. It is going to be very interesting.
See you in the next episode of Speak English Unleashed.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.